So today I'm going to finally talk about my college experience and why I dropped out. I really wanted to talk about everything, but the video will be so long if I took my time on details, so I'll make this video as short as possible. And I also had that previous to entering this college, I did 3 vocational tests and all of them ours was the main result. Since the beginning, I wanted to study cinematography, but due to distance from the only university in the country without major and the overpriced cost, my parents said no. Also, being an artist in Guatemala is not a good thing. They gave me the power to pick whatever I wanted, the cinematography, of course, so I focused on finding a career linked to it. Hopefully, I found graphic design. I picked it because it was related to arts and also because on their website it said we will learn animation. Something that never happened. For legal reasons I won't mention the college I went to, but its name was inspired by a certain Italian painter. But let's call it Picasso, because it sounds familiar for me. However, in January 2020, I picked up my things and moved away with an angle to start my new life in college. Just for reference, my new dorm was literally next to my college. Here. Just kidding, it was actually 2 houses apart, so it was easy to get there. I won't talk about my life in that dorm or anything because it'll take time, so sorry again. So my schedule was from 5 p.m. to midnight every day. Night, baby. So it was weird for me, and I couldn't fully adapt to it. That's when my abnormal sleep cycle and eating disorders started. With zero social skills, it was really hard for me to make friends. I was 16 at that time, and all my classmates were like 18 plus, and some already had everyday jobs and families to feed. And I was there, doing nothing. I didn't have anyone to hang out with, and the human interaction I received every day was minimal. For the moment I was there, the courses I received seemed unnecessary and pointless. Also, all my classmates already knew the basics of design, and I didn't know anything. Literally anything. All of them had high drawing skills and software knowledge, so I was so far from their level. I had to work twice as hard and learn from them fast. I was under a lot of pressure to achieve perfection in each of the breaks I did. And I'm not kidding, the visual arts teacher used to measure each of the angles. 1 centimeter less and it was a low grade. Just like that. The design teacher wanted us to leave no glue or cut with scissors. We had to use a scalpel to cut everything. I literally bled for that course. I'm not gonna lie, I was lazy, I did mediocre projects and I wasn't responsible. Add to that the eating disorders, the whole days without sleeping, and the loneliness. There it was, the perfect scenario for failure. And depression. I wanted to drop out of college after 2 months and spend my time on writing scripts. I told my parents, but they told me it was my problem now, and I had to cope with this. Yeah, surely, a 16-year-old child will know how to get over it. Because #depression doesn't exist if your teen has everything. It was March when COVID appeared in Guatemala, so I returned home. I was already determined to drop out of college, so I missed a couple of courses on purpose. Because I knew it was going to delay the cycle from 4 years to almost 7. I knew that there was no other option but to drop out. And that's what happened. My parents have been disappointed me ever since. They don't support anything related to art, and I'm in my current career because I had no other choice. Anyway, now I'm happier and I think it's easier for me. I still love art with all my heart, but I can't follow that path anymore.